Hey guys, Jungle Explorer here, and what you see before you is a mega deer attracted test ground that I've set up here to see if I can figure out something that reliably attracts deer to feeders or stuff. Now, you see my big corn feeder there. You've seen that in a lot of my videos. And right over here to the right, you see a bunch of those mineral scented blocks, salt blocks that they sell. Now, I did a test on those last year, and if you want to watch the results of that test that occurred over the deer season last year, I'll throw a link up, a little card up in the top right hand corner of the video. It'll pop up there. You can watch that. But I'll just tell you that virtually none of them were reliable, and basically the deer don't really care about them. I set these blocks out in August of this year, and as you can see, they're still there, and virtually nothing has touched them. So if you want to watch the results of that video, now that was the whole deer season last year, you can watch that video. This year, I've got 3 new prospects. Now, I'm using these Moultrie Feed Station feeders here. They're pretty cheap. I bought them off Amazon.com for about $18, $19 a piece. But basically, they provide a place where you can put food in, and the deer can free feed. Now, I've got the corn. I have apple-scented corn in there, and it does work to some degree, because I'm out here in the desert of Texas in the wintertime. You know, things get kind of scarce and they will come to it. But I want something that really they love. Now, we know they love acorns because there's no natural acorns in my area, and if I can get some acorns, I'll put them out. But I can't always get acorns. So what I've got here in feeder number 1 here is basically Sportsman's Choice Record Rack, what they call golden deer nuggets. It's kind of a wild berry flavor, and I've seen some people said they had good success with that. That's going to be feeder number 1. And feeder number 2 is just going to be your standard all-stock sweet feed. This is probably the cheapest, highest protein feed that you can get to feed to cattle and goats and sheep and things like that. And let's see if the deer actually like it too. It has a really strong sweet smell to it. So we're going to run that in feeder number 2. Over in feeder number 3, I've already got some just plain old rice bran in there. Just simple old rice bran. Rice bran does have a lot of protein in it. I've had that out there for a little bit, a couple of weeks, and I haven't seen much attention to it. I may switch it out with something else, but right now that's what I have in that feeder. So what we're going to run is these 3 feeders here. Of course, the mineral blocks are always there, just in case a deer wants to take a lick on it. I haven't seen them very interested in it. Of course, the corn, there's already deer coming, so I've got camera set up over here to the right, and that will be capturing all the activity, and we're going to see whether or not it's worth it paying $20 a bag for the Record Rack golden deer nugget, or is it just go ahead and is the sweet feed, which is $10 a bag, half the price? Is it just as good? We'll see what the rice bran does. We're going to be recording this over the next few weeks, and I'll be taking pictures and stuff, and after that I'll put a video together and show you the results. So stand by. Okay guys, here we are 3 weeks later, and we've got a lot of pictures, and let me tell you what happened here. Okay, so over here we got the Sportsman's Choice wild berry flavored pebbles over here. I just call them Fruity Pebbles for short. No deer. If you look on the ground, nothing has come to it. It has not been eaten on. There's no feed on the ground near it. Nothing's been knocked out. I have no pictures in 3 weeks of deer eating from this feeder right here. Okay, let's go over here to the sweet feed, which is just a common livestock feed for cattle and goats and horses and stuff. I've actually had to refill that feeder once. It went empty about a week ago. I refilled it, and it's about half empty again. You can see the deer have been eating on it. You can see feed on the ground that they've knocked out, and they'll probably have that thing empty by the end of the week. And I got lots of pictures. I'll be throwing them up there. You see just deer around it all the time, every day, every evening, eating on that. Okay, and as I'm talking, I'll throw those up. This one over here, originally I had some rice bran in it, but I had that out first for about a month before I put the other 2 feeders in, and it had attracted a little bit of attention, but not enough. And about 3 days after I started the test, I put some custom feed from San Angelo granary in there, which is a custom feed they make in San Angelo, Texas, and you can only get it in this region. And I put it over there, and nothing came to that feeder until the sweet feed feeder went empty, and then they started eating on that, and they've actually been eating on that quite a bit. You can see that there's some feed underneath there that they've knocked out, and it's about half empty. So the results of this test are that the sweet feed was, that deer started coming to it within 2 days of putting it out. They've completely eaten about, that's about 30 pounds in there, and I put the other rest of the bag in there, and half of that's gone. And they come to it every night. So the sweet feed definitely is the winner here. The Sportsman's Choice Wild Berry Pebbles over here, I've had some luck with it in the past, but when faced head to head with the sweet feed, it could not compete. Since the deer had that to go to, they chose to go to the sweet feed instead of the Fruity Pebbles over here. And when the sweet feed ran out, they went over to the other feed over there, and I'll throw a picture of that feed up there for you. So it's clear that the sweet feed was preferred over anything else. And you know, of course, they do like the corn. I'm here next to the corn feeder, and they do eat the corn every day. You can see that it's all gone. They've been here this morning, so they come and they eat the corn and the sweet feed, and they do hit that custom stuff over there. But the Fruity Pebbles is not able to compete with the corn and the sweet feed. So what's the takeaway here? Well, the sweet feed's less than $10 a bag. The Fruity Pebbles is about $19 a bag, $18.99. So go with the sweet feed. Now you might be thinking you could run the sweet feed in a deer feeder. You cannot do that. And the reason is because the sweet feed is a little bit got a molasses on it, and it sticks and it binds up in there, and it compacts, and so it won't feed in the feeder. So, but it does work very well in the free feeder. All right, guys, so that's it. Sweet feed has won this test. It's economical, it's not much more than corn, and the deer love it. So that's what you should use. It works here in Texas. Maybe it'll work somewhere else. You can get it at Tractor Supply, Gebo's, or any feed store. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have, please like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, this is the Jungle Explorer signing out.